Hey friends, how you doing? It's Charles here, and today I want to talk about Conan the Barbarian, number 16 from Titan Comics. This is the end of the Frost Giant's daughter arc of this Conan series. I thought that was very, very well done. The Frost Giant's daughter is a classic Robert E. Howard story in the Conan universe. And a few years ago, I believe it was a Blaze Comics that put out the Cimmerian series, The Frost Giant's Daughter, if I'm not mistaken. And that was a great series. More so for the art than the writing. That series did more show and tell, and what Titan Comics did is it was almost like a companion piece to the old Cimmerian Frost Giant's Daughter story. You got this. The dialogue was a lot more concise, and you got more information in the written word as well. And the art style was different. I really suggested kind of reading those together if you go back to my last video on Conan. And this is the aftermath of what happened after the Frost Giant's daughter and how it affected Conan mentally and emotionally. He was the last warrior left in the battle against the Vanir, and he was kind of working as a mercenary with this army. He stumbled across. He killed a bear, and there were a couple of the members of this army that were going to take his kill, and he did not let that happen. And he was eventually led to the army, and they kind of made him a deal of, you should share this kill with us, and let's work together. And he went into battle with them, and he was the last one left. And that is what led to the story of the Frost Giant's daughter, this daughter of the mountain god, who was trying to seduce him away to be sacrificed to her father. I guess I don't want to give away too much because it's such a great story, and there are two great versions of it. And this Conan the Barbarian run, I would say the last two books, so that'd be number 14, 13, 14, and 15. And then, like I said, you can go back to that of Blaze Comics, Cimmerian, The Frost Giant's Daughter. That is a 3-book series from about 3 years ago, 2020, 2021. Great series. But what this does is this expounds upon that even more so, and the mental and emotional fallout from that. He is doubting his god Crom, and his, being that close to such power, he's questioning everything he's ever known. And it cuts back between his childhood and him kind of sulking and thinking in deep thought, and really questioning his life up to that point. The art is standard Conan from Titan Comics. It's very similar to the Marvel Conan. Very brutal. A lot more violent imagery than you got with Marvel, of course. But just like I said, a great story that really expounds upon that, that larger story. And in other tellings of the stories, you don't get to see the fallout. You don't get to see Conan really having those moments of humanity and vulnerability like you do in this book. And I think that adds so much to the character. Yeah, he's a warrior. Yeah, he's a badass. Yes, he eventually becomes a king. And yes, so many, but you don't get to see him doubting and pondering and questioning. And so that's what sets Conan the Barbarian number 16 from Titan Comics apart. And yes, there is action in this book, but the action is really a small part and really more the result of his introspection. And that is the star of this book, is the introspection, self-doubt, and wondering, what do I do with this life now? I cannot suggest it enough. Find a local comic book store. And if you don't have a local comic book store, I always suggest my friends at Coffee and a Comic, where you can get great deals on comic books. They ship nationwide. If you're in the Huntington Beach area, you can walk in. If not, like me, they have great deals on shipping, subscriptions, and prices on comics, and they give you free coffee with every purchase. So go check them out, and I'll see you guys next time. Until then, keep reading them books. I'll see you then.